Happy New Year everyone. This is a quick video that I'm making just to demonstrate how we remember video games and how they actually are. So for quite a while now, maybe 15 years, something like that. When did Ridge Racer come out? So early 90s. So yeah, it could be about 15 years, 14, 15 years. I've been in love with the game Ridge Racer in the arcades and it was fantastic. I had it on the PS1, the PS2, PS3, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo DS, all formats. And every time I went back to them, it was never how I remembered it. So recently I picked up a Logitech G29 racing wheel for the PlayStation 4. Thanks to Griffo Media, I found a converter which allows you to use that with an Xbox and a Nintendo Wii U as well, which is really cool. But the one thing I want to show you today is using this wheel with emulation software. So I'm going to use it in conjunction with a Mac. And this Mac is going to be running PPSSPP via one of the emulators that I've got set up. But the thing is, I've tried, you can search YouTube, you can look at Ridge Racer, it looks horrible, it plays horrible, you play it on the PlayStation 1, it's horrible, you can get the arcade emulators to play it, it's still horrible. It's not how we truly remember the game. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you what I remember the game as. And what I remember the game as truly is as follows. It's going to be using the steering wheel that I've got here, the G29 from Logitech, into the Mac, into an emulator, and of all the weirdest things, it's going to be using Ridge Racer 2 on the PlayStation Portable, which is stupid, but it's exactly as I remember it. So I'm going to pass this to an assistant who's going to help out record this. So fingers crossed I've prepared this all in advance, so it should just work. So I'm going to go and launch my my emulator when my mouse works. There we go. So the emulator I'm using is OpenEmu, or OpenEmu, depending on how you want to pronounce that. And it'll just take a moment to load, and when it does, I've already got most of the games in there, but I think that Ridge Racer is all ready to go. So just try that again. Again, I'm doing this in one take, so if it doesn't work, I'll launch it again. So here we go. So there's Ridge Racer 2 on the PSP. I believe it uses the PPSSPP engine. And I've already got a game that's in progress. So this is what I remember Ridge Racer being like. Everything's mapped.
3, 2, 1, go!
And I'm just going to remove the UI.
Let's keep this up. 3 laps to go.
And everything just seems to work perfect.
Okay, let's go.
Including drifting, as you're about to see. A little bit too much there. But because this is the PSP, it means we've got nitros on standby. But as you can see, the graphics aren't perfect, but they're certainly much better than the original Ridge Racer on the arcade and on the PlayStation 1. But what it is about this particular setup is it just gives the amount of force feedback, it just gives the right amount of drifting. As you can see, it just feels so natural. Whereas the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3 games, they just don't all hook together properly with just the right amount of drift, just the right amount of kind of speed and graphics. And of course now I should be able to use a bit of nitro there. So as you can see, a PlayStation Portable emulator runs the game pretty much full speed as you'd expect. A little bit of craziness there, there we go. But this truly is the difference between how you remember a game and how you hope to actually, you know, continue remembering the game. So those that really know how to drift around the corner are going to be in love with this, because you just get the right amount. You can control it. It's slick. You know, yeah, the graphics aren't great, but it's the experience. It's the experience you remember, not the experience that if you go back to it and revisit it, you get. So. Okay, should have a nitro. I'm just going to bring up the OS. There we go. And just one final lap to go. It was never in any doubt I was coming first. You just get a shot of the wheel when I get control. So you can see you are having to turn the wheel enough. You've got to get, I think it's pretty similar to the arcade. You've got to lift your foot off the accelerator, put your foot back down. And again, this is the corner if you really remember the game. Bit of oversteer there. But this truly is, oh, cheeky. Okay, let's can't have that. Here we go. Don't give up. Oh no! One more. Will I get it? 3, 2, 1. You know what? I think I got first. Look at that. Oh, this has been Turbo,
Let's check the replay.
showing you how it should be done. That's Ridge Racer 2 on the PSP with the Logitech G29 steering wheel on a Mac on emulation software, and it's exactly as I would hope to have remembered Ridge Racer. Thanks everyone. Hopefully Namco can get their act sorted and can release Ridge Racer 8 on the Xbox One. Make it the same game, a few extra tracks, but really focus on that original experience that everybody loved back in the 90s. It's been Turbo time. It's been my pleasure. Have a good new year and see you next time.